obtain. Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between. Welcome to the Sports Report Fight Night. I am your host, Josie, and I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. William H.D. Morgan, if you will.
What's up, everybody? How you doing tonight? Let's do this
Mr. Will,
thing.
before we dive into everything, all this drama that's going on,
Yes.
I have to ask you a question. Do
Sure.
you like Davis Mills?
No.
I like Davis Mills.
I know you
And
do.
if you like Davis Mills, then you need our new shirt.
God.
It's the first Sports Report shirt. I like Davis Mills. Look at that bag. Bam!
Yeah, so like hotcakes in Houston.
Hey, if you're a Sports Report fan and you know this show, you get the joke. So I like Davis Mills. You gotta say it like that, a little slow. I like Davis Mills.
I like Davis Mills.
I like Davis Mills.
But
yeah, so that shirt is now available on our Shopify, Etsy. I am working on getting it on Facebook. Facebook sucks. But yeah, go check that out. Bam! Again, I like Davis Mills.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna jump right into it because the big news isn't even the two pay-per-views that we just had. Here we go.
Thanks.
Damn it. Fucking loop. All right. So, Will, did you see it?
Which one?
Did you see Punk's media scrum?
I heard about it. Heard it was he made a lot of people upset.
Oh man, supposedly, okay, if you did not see it, at the post all out media scrum, I don't know even how it got into it. I think they asked him about Colt Cabana first, but then he goes into the EVPs starting drama, calls Hangman Page basically an idiot.
Basically.
Just railed everybody but Tony Khan that's in charge of AEW. This then led to Kenny, Matt, and Nick confronting Punk in a steel, and they're actually being fist thrown between Matt and CM Punk is what is being said. No one can really say who threw the first punch. Or no, Punk very, very well threw the first punch, but there's a lot of people saying that as EVPs, they should not have went down there.
Mm.
And I kind of agree with that. But we'll get into that part in a second. I don't know if this is true, but the rumor is this has actually led to Ace Steel being fired.
Damn. Really? Oh.
So I saw something. Bully Ray on Busted Open today said the Best Booker of the Year awards mean nothing. Tony Khan can win Best Boss of the Year if he squashes this, gets it under control,
Right.
and moves forward.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, everybody wants to talk about, all the things going wrong with AEW. None of that, none of the things going with AEW right now will cause it to end. Stuff like this will kill it.
Easy.
Because I'm telling you right now, the one thing I really dislike about AEW is all the backstage drama going on.
Shouldn't be. It should be one
Like
cohesive
every
unit.
week got more drama. Just a couple of weeks ago, it was Kingston and Guevara. Then it was the rumors between Ty Conti or between Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, and now this. And I'm just like, come on, guys, y'all are grown ass adults.
Yeah.
This is $1 million company. Y'all done something that hasn't been able to be done in 20 freaking years,
About to ruin it.
and you're gonna ruin it with some bullshit school age drama.
Yep.
And I'm sorry if I seem a little animated. This especially because I watched All Out. I paid my money. I watched it. And even though none of the matches turned out the way I wanted, not a one, really. Other than Tony Storm. That was the only match that went the way
Tony
I wanted.
Storm won. Yep. Congrats to her, by the way.
Congrats, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. We're gonna get to the card of All Out and also talk Clash in the Castle. But the fact that you had another great AEW pay-per-view, which is something that AEW does do well. They always do a good pay-per-view. They had a great All Out. Some crazy shit happened at All Out, which we're going to talk about in a second. And then it all really gets overshadowed because all I've seen for 3 days since is the Punk drama.
That's what Punk does.
Well, and I like Punk. I really do. I'm not one of these people. I do see from the pop culture side, for the last 10 years, Punk has been wrestling, really, since he left. Because there was always that thought from every fan of, what if? And right now, we're a year in. Yeah, I'd give it a 4. I'd give it a 3 or a 4 on his return. Now, mind you, he probably has a 5-year deal or more with AEW. So things could turn around. But what I thought would have bumped him up to more like a 7 or 8 was going to be the Summer of Punk. I was excited for the Summer of Punk. I thought it was going to be a good one, and then he breaks his foot.
Yeah.
And as much as I hate to say it, I agree with Eric Bischoff.
Oh, damn.
I don't understand. And no, it wasn't Eric Bischoff. It was JR, which, oh my God, you just had a meeting about watching what you say about the product. And he goes on his podcast not a week later and talks about how Tony booked the championship match badly. Because he booked them to fight and then he booked them to fight again. JR, I love you, but shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, he really does need to shut up.
Like, there's just no point for the comments that you make half the time.
That's why I say pull him. Pull him off TV. That's why I say pull him off TV.
They only had him in for 2 or 3 matches. I think they brought him in for the Christian Jungle Boy match, which also a frustrating match. All right. So once we talked about that drama, let's get in to the all-out card.
All right. We're looking at the World Mixed Tag match first.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that on 0 Hour or was that on?
It might have been on 0 Hour.
I'm fine to discuss.
It don't matter. It don't
matter.
matter.
I'm fine to discuss 0 Hour. I'm just trying to get the.
It don't matter. Because you know what? Any match that got Ruby anywhere in the name, you know what she gonna do? Lose.
She has
lose. Hey Mello and Sammy and Sammy Guevara versus Ortiz and Ruby Soho. And guess who got pinned? I give you one guess.
Santana. Didn't Ortiz get pinned in that match?
Look, no. Ty used to Ty KO to finish off Ruby and Penner. Tired of Ruby losing. She reminds me of Tommy Dreamer. And I hate Dreamer for one fact.
How could you hate Tommy Dreamer?
Because he so want to put everybody over, you forget your own shit.
I think by the time Tommy was in AEW, or in WWE, it was putting himself over, but had no point.
Well, I'm talking about earlier in his career when he was still young enough to be or something. And it just transitioned down to WWE, transitioned down to Impact and things of that nature. Come on, man. I'm not saying you got to be selfish or look out for yourself, but at the same point, you have to look at success for yourself. And is he a good hand? Yeah, I'll give you that. And being a good hand helps you later on in your career. But early in your career, you need to be going for titles, man.
All right, here we go. 0 Hour kickoff was Ty Mello and Sammy Guevara versus Ortiz and Ruby Soho. As the Bleacher Report says, Soho and Ortiz chased Guevara and Mello into the arena with a golf cart to start the show off with some chaos. This bout was wild and featured some big risks, intergender action, and few close calls. Blech. Mel was able to get the win with the Ty KO, but Soho appeared to be injured after taking the move. She was holding her nose with immediate help to the back. Yeah, it looked like Ruby broke her nose in that one. The match had some foam moments, but it also had a few sloppy spots and no organization. Agreed.
KW, what's up, bro?
Honestly, I am a fan of Ruby, but in her last few matches, she has looked sloppy.
I'm a fan of Ruby too, but she's taking all these. It's hard to stay motivated when all you're doing is taking losses. It's hard to stay motivated when you're just getting somebody else over. And I blame her for that because you have to go to management and stand up for yourself. Look, I need this to happen. If you don't make it happen, I'm out. That's what Undertaker told Kane. And look what Kane ended up doing. Major star.
The second match on the pre-show featured Hook defending the FTW title against Cool Hand Ange. Daddy Magic distracted the ref so Parker could punch Hook in the eye to get an unfair advantage. After Ange got into a decent amount of offense, Hook was able to recover and lock in the Red Rum for the submission. Another great Hook match. Bleacher Report gives it a C+. I mean, it was what Hook is supposed to be. It wasn't long, drawn out. Like, it was quick. I like that Action Bronson was in the crowd and came in when they tried to double team him. I'm hoping this leads to Hook versus Daddy Magic. That's the match I want to see. I'm sorry. Of the JAS, I'm going to say this right here now. Of the JAS, Daddy Magic Matt Menard is by far my favorite.
We hating on Jericho Appreciation Society.
Huh?
We'll be hating on a Jericho Appreciation Society.
I'm not a fan. But
damn.
Daddy Magic, I am a fan of. He reminds me, he's so much Macho Man. He has that, and just that Bronx attitude. I love him. I think he'll have a great singles career as a funny.
Listen,
he can go. He's good in the ring. And
listen, the one thing we ain't gonna do on this show is put down the Jericho Appreciation Society.
I'm not putting them down. That's
just a shame.
They have had
shame on you, Josie. Shame on you. Shame on you, KW. I'm just kidding. They suck.
I get the appeal, and I get what the group is trying to do.
Right.
But of the group, Daddy Magic is my favorite.
It just falls short of the mark from what they're trying to do.
KW. Final match of 0 Hour was Ishii versus Kingston. Holy fuck. That's all I have to say about this match. They started off with a basic lockup before testing each other with some chops. Both men had red chests within minutes, but they never let up on each other. AEW gave them almost 20 minutes, and they used it all to punish each other with stiff strikes and throws. Kingston picked up the win, but both men were left battered. This was pure fun from start to finish. It was just a great match from two seasoned pros who beat the shit out of each other, and they gave him an A-, and I would totally agree with that. Notable moments from 0 Hour. Ruby fell right on her head after a certain spot. She seemed fine, but it was a scary bump. She also took a nasty bump when Mello suplexed her onto Ortiz and Guevara at ringside. Bronson was ringside to cheer on Hook. He produced Hook's entrance music and a noted wrestling fan. He has a decent suplex. He does. This was the first time we've had to see Hook sell more than two moves. He still doesn't have to sell much, but what he did do was fine. Sabian's new entrance. Oh, that's the one we skipped. Oh, I skipped one. Sabian versus Pac for the All-Atlantic title.
Hell, Goldberg made a whole career being limited in the ring. Made a whole career at that shit.
So you had Sabian versus Pac for the All-Atlantic title. This was Sabian's first match in over 500 days. It was a good match. The bastard did score the win. It did show that Sabian had stayed in shape. You could tell he had been doing ring work. Sabian's new entrance music is good, but his new gear was even better. Whoever made it did excellent work. Agreed. Orange Cassidy came out and confronted Pac, but the champ walked off. It looks like we're going to get Cassidy versus Pac for the All-Atlantic title.
Shout out to Pac for being grabbing the championship and living above the expectations WWE put on you. Shout out to him.
And I love people shit on the All-Atlantic title, but I love what it is and that it's defended elsewhere. I love that.
Yeah.
Ishii's blood vessels were broken after several chops.
Damn. The belt looks a little bit weird, but yeah, I like it.
All right. kickoff match for All Out, the casino ladder match. This was a good match. I'm not going to read all the details that Bleacher Report went into because all that really matters is the end. Right before the Joker was about to be revealed, several men rushed the ring, took everybody out. One of them ran up, grabbed the chip. It was Stokely Hathaway. After that, the simple sympathy for the devil, Rolling Stones started playing. This guy comes out in a devilish mask. I'm sorry, but by the way he walked, you knew exactly who he was. And ended up getting the chip, but there was no reveal then. The winner of that was the Joker. The notable moments from that match: Rush has one of the coolest entrance masks in wrestling. I don't agree with that. Andrade hit Yuta with a sunset flip powerbomb for one ladder onto another. It looked nuts. There was a moment when Claudio tried to tip over some ladders, but it didn't work out how he had hoped, so he tipped them over a different way instead. Yeah, that whole spot did not work out. You could tell it did not go how they planned. Penta didn't even wait to get to the ring. He hit Martin with a Canadian Destroyer during his entrance. It was hilarious. Next match was the Elite versus the Hangman and Dark Order Trios Championships. This match did not go the way I wanted. I said if the Elite won this match, I was going to be livid. I'm not livid for just the sheer fact that this was an amazing match.
I got it right though, but I got it right for a different reason. I hate the Young Bucks.
It was a great match. I would have really loved to see Dark Order and Hangman win. I don't even care about Hangman. I wanted Alex Silver and Reynolds to win. I wanted it. John Silver and Alex Reynolds. Damn
it. You think Hangman get a belt? Will get the title back again at some point?
Not for a while.
Nah.
It was cool to see Silver and Reynolds wearing gear to match Hangman. Omega is in better shape than he was when he got injured. He was never in bad shape, but he definitely has more definition. Having Hangman have some tense moments with Dark Order throughout the match is a new wrinkle in the storyline. Hangman's chops to Omega's chest sounded like it echoed in the arena. That's how hard it was. Silver has one of the best hot tags in the business. The combo, Brainbuster, and Suicide Dive he hit with Reynolds looked great. The four-way super kick spot was okay, but it didn't look as good as they probably wanted it to. The crowd almost exploded when Silver came close to pinning Omega. There was so many really close calls in this match. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it frustrates me because I did not feel the Elite needed to be the first-time Trios champions. Really aggravates me. But the match, Bleacher Report gave it a B+. I think it's a solid A.
Well, you know the reason why the Elite won. Backstage politics.
It's nice to have you here.
I'm not going to say that because you just never know with the way Tony Khan goes with storylines.
I'll say it. Backstage politics.
Your next match pissed Will off. Jade versus Athena.
This pissed me off. We should be in celebration right now. But instead of us being in celebration, we got to go through another at least 3 more matches to where she hits 40-0. This pissed me off the whole night. The whole night. Still undefeated. And you said it.
Athena looked good, but she and her 30-year-old rival seemed to have a slight lack of chemistry.
And you said it. She's gonna go 40-0.
They got to now. She's 37-0. There's no point. There's no point for her to lose it in the next.
No point of a loss. No.
But at this point, I don't know who takes it off of her. I really don't know who gives her her first win.
They want Stratlander, her first loss. They want I believe they want Stratlander to do it, but she's hurt.
That's 9 months, bro.
Yeah, she's hurt.
She's hurt. Yeah. That's not happening.
And she's hurt.
So they've got to pivot and go somewhere else with that. Notable moments for that was Cargo busted through a wall of thick bricks of her entrance. She was dressed up like the She-Hulk.
That was
Dumb.
stupid. That was
Stupid.
stupid.
She did not look good. And
No,
this
she
is
did
nothing
not.
against her. It
No,
just
she
did
did
not
not.
look good. I did not like the singlet on her.
Mm-mm.
The green none of it looked good. None of
Nope.
it.
Nope.
There were some stiff strikes at one point. Athena really laid into the champion. There did seem like there was some stiff bros.
Shout out to
The
shout
pump
out
kick
to
cargo
Athena.
hit looked great.
Shout out to Athena for maxing out that dress that skirt she was wearing in the ring. Shout out to her.
FTR and Wardlow versus Jay Lethal and MTMG.
Another match that pissed me off.
Huh?
Another match that pissed me off.
Why?
I just go ahead.
I mean, it was a great match. Wardlow and FTR won. You knew that was what's going to happen.
You knew that was gonna happen. Yeah. And that's what pissed me off. It was so predictable. But how long? I want to ask you, how long Wardlow's gonna hold on to that title?
Again, I don't see right now who beats Wardlow.
I don't either.
He's
over.
On a good run, and I think they're trying to set up maybe Satnam Singh, but Satnam is not ready.
Mm-mm.
We got the return of Samoa Joe in this match. He came to make the save for Wardlow and FTR. Notable moments: Lethal spit on Wardlow, which actually is a crime in Illinois. It's a misdemeanor, but still carries a fine of up to $2,500.
I'm giving him more heel heat.
Dutt is such a good stooge. He and Brandon Cutler have mastered the role of cowardly manager. That is true.
Yeah.
Ward's low no-selling strike from smaller competitors will always be funny. Yes. The way Saban and Shelley attacked the knees of Wheeler in the corner was unique. They both had his legs trapped in different ways and kicked his knees at the same time. Dax's daughter breaking Dutt's pencil and then pinning him was a fun moment. The crowd loved it. That was a great moment. Ricky Stocks.
That's your boy.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
That's your boy.
I wanted it to go differently. I knew it was probably going to go this way, but the notable moments, Taz did a good job not playing favorites. He never really picked between these two men, so it made sense for him to be torn. Starks usually favors Trunks, but he was wearing tights for this match. Maybe he's trying to change his look now that he's working against babyface. The crowd had almost no reaction to Hobbs winning.
Because
I feel like what is Hobbs' issue is he doesn't have a lot of charisma.
No.
Ricky oozes charisma.
Hobbs needs a manager.
Agreed.
Because you just can't go out there and be a big dude, beat somebody up, and expect to get over. Like, no. You need a man. He needs a manager. He needs to get somewhere with somebody. Be within a faction, a tag team, something, because he can't do it. He won't be in AEW long if he keeps going down this route. You have to be able to talk. He can't talk.
Next match was Swerve in Your Glory, or In Our Glory, versus The Acclaimed. Great match again. Amazing match. Did not go how I wanted it to go. I really wanted The Acclaimed to win this match. Caster's pre-match rap was hilarious. It's easy to forget how big Caster is until you see him next to a guy like Lee. Caster is actually huge.
Yes.
Swerve has unreal precision. He makes difficult moves look easy to pull off. His baseball slide drop kick out of the ring looked awesome. The crowd chanting, "You can't scissor" at Lee is further proof that pro wrestling has the best fans in the world.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a little scary when someone sells a fake injury to part of their body that was legitimately injured, because you never quite know for sure if it's real. They're talking about the knee injury that Bowens was selling about half of the match. He was selling it so well. There were parts of me like, did he really hurt it?
Mm-hmm.
Caster picking up Lee for a fireman's carry was the most impressive spot of the night. That was amazing to see that. Because Keith Lee is 400 freaking pounds.
Yep. Easy.
All right. Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter versus Kirishita versus Toni Storm. And Toni Storm is your new interim AEW Women's Champion.
So then you're gonna do it. So then you're gonna
I think
do
this
it.
is the match that you were talking about, Will, that the crowd just wasn't in it.
No. And then what gets me, if you do it like they did the men, Thunder Rosa is gonna come back. Her and Toni Storm are gonna go at it. Toni deserves this run. She deserves it.
I think honestly, when Thunder comes back, Toni beats her.
That's what I'm hoping.
I think that was going to be the plan had Thunder not had to leave.
Right. I'm thinking that that Toni Storm's gonna beat her and then be the true champion. She deserves this run. She really does. And I want to say I have a long run.
Notable moments: Rebel and Baker wearing outfits that were bright as the ink and a highlighter. Sheeta slipping on her kip up led to a fun moment with Storm upstaging her a moment later. The double headbutt from Storm and Sheeta to Rebel was hilarious. That was funny. I saw that it was hilarious, but what I found was really hilarious is it wasn't a headbutt. It was a boob butt because they both struck her right in the chest.
I'll tell you something else I like too. Jamie Hayter's kind of grown on me a little bit.
Jamie Hayter has a good career out of her, but she needs to get away from Britt.
Oh, hell yeah.
Honestly, she needs to be the first female member of the BCC. She would be great with the Blackpool Combat Club.
She's starting to grow on me. She really is.
She
I didn't like her
amazing
at first.
with that group.
I didn't like her at first, but now she's starting to grow on me for real.
There was a couple of minutes where it sounded like the crowd had died out a bit, but Sheeta returning to the ring woke everyone up again.
And again, we're looking at a situation. Britt Baker don't need no title. She's already over. She don't need it.
Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. This match, it got a D-, and I 100% agree with this. I hated it. I'm actually going to read what Breacher Report wrote. One of the most personal rivalries on the card, Cage versus Jungle Boy. These two began as mentor-mentee, but after betrayal by Captain Charisma, they became bitter enemies. Luchasaurus came out on stage to attack Jungle Boy out of nowhere. He chunk-slammed his former partner on the metal grates. The ring, he carried Jack Perry towards the ring, power bonded to the timekeeper's table. The 25-year-old said he could fight when the ref asked him, so the match began. Christian hit him with a spear and a kill switch to score the win in less than a minute. It's hard to put into words how weird of a booking choice this was. On a night with a few questionable outcomes, this one seemed like most out of place. 100% agree. I do not get this. I do not understand where they're going with this. What's up with this flipping flopping between is Luchasaurus face? Is he heel?
Maybe he's.
I mean, one of the notable moments listed is Luchasaurus pulled off the elusive triple turn during this storyline. That's not easy. I mean, they're right. It's not. But
I mean, maybe they're using him. I don't know.
They're extending the feud. I know what they're doing. They're extending the feud because now he can feud with Luchasaurus and still be feuding with Christian Cage. And they have a rematch at Full Gear.
Yep.
Next match was Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. This was a good match. It was a great match.
It was harder hitting than I thought it would be.
I'm still not a fan of 50-year-old Jericho doing the Lionheart gimmick.
Don't be doing that to Chris Jericho. Come on, man.
But he did
a Hall of Famer. Come on, man.
Dude,
give him a little bit of slack.
I was listening to, every week before pay-per-view, or every week before pay-per-view, Tony Khan does a preview on Unrestricted. And I was listening to it, and he was talking about how the Lionheart character is working and how I'm the whole time he's saying, I'm just like, no, it hasn't. No, it's not. It's so bad.
Don't do that to Chris Jericho, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man. I love Chris. I do.
Come on, man.
I respect the fuck out of him. He's the GOAT. One of the best to ever do it. Put his face on the Rushmore. but I just don't like this character.
This is wrong.
Jericho had his tights, had on tights that called back to some of his old ECW and WCW gear. Danielson is so smooth with his transition. Everything he does has an extra level of shine to it.
I really thought
Danielson meditating before popping to his feet to unload on Jericho was funny.
I really
Jericho
thought
has a nice German suplex. He should use it more often.
I really
Jericho
thought
won
Dan,
this. Bleach Report gave it an A minus.
I really thought Danielson was gonna get the win here.
I
I really thought he did.
I think this is to extend
Extend the
like,
feud.
well, not necessarily with Danielson. I think this is to extend the feud with Garcia
Makes
because
sense.
he did not win it clean. He kicked Danielson in the nuts, and that's what Garcia wanted was a clean fight.
Right.
Next was House of Black versus Sting and Darby Allin and Miro. This was a good match. It wasn't great.
No. We gotta talk about. No, I'm gonna interrupt you. We gotta talk about your boy because your boy look like he want to leave, and I hope he don't. But it look like he wants to leave.
Alistair?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not leaving. One, he's still got a 4 years left on his deal.
Yeah, he better not. The way he was talking and acting like he wants to get out of there. He better not.
There was some issues, but supposedly those have been resolved. Now
Okay.
he is taking a mental health break.
Okay.
He did take a bow and like he is stepping away for a little bit. But I don't think he's going anywhere for good. No.
Alistair's too talented.
He definitely, when he comes back, he needs to be in the title picture.
Yeah. I agree. He's too talented not to be.
Body paint looked awesome. He always does something a little extra for pay-per-views, and this was no exception. This one right here, this was true all night because I usually will talk shit on JR and then talk positive on everybody else on the commentating booth. But I will say this. Taz stole the show Sunday night. He was the best on commentary all night long. It said Taz is underrated as a commentator. He provides a lot of great insights while also providing justification for certain things that happen with his explanation. He adds a lot to every match he calls. 100% agree. I've loved Taz as a commentator since his early days with Impact. I thought he found a job for him that's like perfect when he left the ring. Like he's such a good, and this is where I always wanted him. I wanted him on the commentating booth when he first brought him in.
Heck yeah.
And I think him and Excalibur are great together. Truly, really I love him, Excalibur, and Shivani. I love them. Together, the three of them are great.
Yeah.
Jon Moxley versus CM Punk for the AEW World Title.
I told
CM
you.
Punk wins this match.
I told you.
Then you get the Tony Khan playing. The lights went out. A voicemail from Tony Khan begins to play. The masked man from earlier in the night revealed himself to be MJF. He's back. He's coming for Punk's world title. The Punk chant slowly turned into MJF chants when he came out on stage. He flipped off the crowd as the show went off the air.
I told
Punk got
you
the
though.
usual reaction gets in Chicago, but Moxley also seemed to have a lot of friends in his corner. There were some boos, but Punk was not the universal favorite.
I told
Mox
you.
had some fans chanting his name early on, but the Punk fans were louder. Quite a few people on the card wore white gear, which has to be insanely difficult to keep clean. It definitely helped the bit of the blood we saw stand out more. You could hear the crowd beginning to shift about halfway through the match. Punk still had a lot of fans, but Mox's reactions were just as loud at some points. The way Moxley was calling and biting at Punk's head wound was both awesome and disgusting. That about sums up pro wrestling most days. Yep.
I told you though. They just want.
I called it. Well,
if
we really want to go back, I said
they just want to have Punk win in Chicago.
The best idea for the Joker would be MJF.
You called that part, but
and
they
then
just want
have him. And then when they said they were going to do a rematch, well, I didn't get to call it on the show because they didn't call the rematch until last Wednesday. But when they called that, I told Will, I was like, Punk wins.
And it's like the thing that kills me. You could have had this happen and they do something with MJF rather than him just coming out like that. You could have had him, a match or something if you would have had Punk win the last time they fought, but you didn't.
Uh,
You
but
wanted cheap heat.
I get it too, and I think some of that Moxley went to Tony and asked him to do the match in Cleveland. Like he is the one who asked for that, and I get that. Both these guys got to have big matches close to their homes. Moxley in Cleveland,
Chicago.
yeah, and then they're gonna be in Cincinnati next month. So, I mean,
you could have done something. You could have done something more with MJF.
I liked the way they did this. We'd all been wondering for weeks what was Stokely doing. Why was he handing out all these cards?
Right. Well, I'm just saying, if you would have took Punk against Moxley, have Punk win, come into that, you could have made this. You could have had CM Punk. Now the MJF would have been ready because he might have been. He might have been.
It's not ready. You needed a way to bring Punk MJF back, and this match was the best way to bring him back. Him just coming back wouldn't have made as much sense.
But could you imagine? But could you imagine if MJF would have came back after Punk beat Moxley before this pay-per-view? You had some build. Then you would have had Punk in Chicago defending that title against MJF.
Wasn't enough time, bro. There was only one show.
It was like one show in between. That's true.
There was only one show before that match. That's why they did it this way.
And that's why I was saying the ready part for MJF.
And that's all because of Punk's foot.
Right.
That's just unfortunately Punk breaking his foot changed all the plans. All the plans. This was with that happening, you had to unify the titles. So they really needed to do the match before All Out.
You really think he was
unify
hurt,
the
though?
titles. And
you really think he was hurt, though? Playing devil's advocate, you really think he was hurt?
The first time?
Last time. Not first time, last time.
The Moxley match? No, that was all storyline.
Yeah, that's all storyline.
That was all storyline. It was purposely to set up a championship match for CM Punk in Chicago.
Right.
That's what that's for. And you can't blame Tony for that because you would need to do things like that as a booker. Like you do. You know that Punk is always going to get a huge reaction in Chicago.
Yes.
So, and the way they did it is I'm not fighting for myself, I'm fighting for Chicago. Made sense. Was it great?
Cheap, though?
No. But
is it cheap though?
I think there was only a couple of ways you could go with this. If you wanted Punk versus MJF, which obviously he did not want MJF versus Moxley. He wanted Punk versus MJF. This was the only way it was going to make it happen. And I think MJF as the Joker made sense.
Yeah.
All in all,
good to see him back.
An AEW pay-per-view, I will give this a B-. Would probably be a B+, but because of the backstage drama that took away from it, I'm saying B-.
Backstage drama and Jade winning once again makes it a B-.
I mean, we gonna sound like I don't
hate Jade. Don't get me wrong.
Jade haters.
I don't hate Jade. I just think it's time for her to move on. She's shown that she's a star. She's come up in the ranks. She's gotten a lot better in the ring than what she was before. She's been on the mic than what she was before. So you've seen some progression there. I just think it's time for her to drop that TBS title, because if you put Jade in a world championship picture with the caliber of ladies that's already on that roster, that could be awesome.
All right, now we're gonna run into Clash of the Castle real quick.
Boy, shout out to Liv Morgan, looking better the second time around. I thought she was gonna lose that match, but she won. So shout out to her. All right,
so your first match was Madcap Moss and the Street Profits versus Alpha Theory and Austin Theory and Alpha Academy. Kickoff show. Madcap Moss and the Street Profits win that.
Yep.
Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss versus Damage Control. Damage Control wins.
Yep.
Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus Sheamus. From what I heard, this match stole the fucking show.
And it surprised the hell out of me because I thought Sheamus was going to win it.
I heard it was just they chopped the fuck out of each other. Yeah, just I heard a great match.
I thought Sheamus was going to win for real.
SmackDown Women's Championship, Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler. I seriously thought Baszler was winning this match.
I did too because of the way they booked her against Ronda. But like I said, shout out to Liv. They booked her correctly this time, and she got the win.
Edge and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day. Edge and Rey Mysterio win this. We still didn't get a Dominic turn that night.
Nah, not that night.
But it happened last night.
It happened last night. I wasn't born tonight. Born last night. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. But anyway, we got the heel turn that everybody wanted. So
yep. Then you had Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle.
Seth Rollins wins.
Rollins wins this match.
And then deep for the
with Riddle's finishing move, he used the Bro Derek.
And then WWE Universal Championship, the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
We were wrong, Will. All the rumors we've been hearing that the titles weren't going to walk out unified still.
Yep.
It Roman Reigns versus
Roman Reigns versus Drew
part
McIntyre.
Of the whole night is when Tyson Fury stopped Austin Theory from cashing in and knocked his ass out.
That was funny. But Shabay, the Bloodline, an unexpected member of the Bloodline showed up.
And then last night, the monster among men,
Braun Strowman. I knew he was coming back.
Back in WWE.
I knew he was coming back. I knew it. They threw that number. Everybody got a price. Everybody got a number. They threw it his way, and he got.
Yeah, it looks like he resigned from CYN and everything.
Look like he lost some weight. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for a man his size.
I guarantee you, I bet you in a couple of weeks, we hear Tyson Fury has signed with WWE. They're setting up for a match between him and Roman.
Well, he retired from boxing, I believe.
Yeah, he's retired from boxing, so I think he's going to sign with WWE.
Yeah.
Oh,
is it too far different from when he was? Well, it's a little bit different, but not too far different from what he was doing before.
What else? I think that's about it. AEW fixed the drama.
WWE stopped rolling out Bloodline members out the woodwork. That dude came out of nowhere.
I mean, everybody had been wanting Solo to join. Everybody wanted that
came out of nowhere. That was beautiful. It was beautiful because you didn't expect it, but man, come on.
They've been begging for Solo to join for months.
He's there now.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, I gotta say it one more time. I like Davis Mills. I like Davis Mills. Do you like Davis Mills?
I like that.
Check out our new shirt.
I like Davis Mills.
I like
Davis Mills, baby. Davis
Check
Mills.
out our new shirt.
Star quarterback from Houston Texans. Yo, doggy.
Go grab that. Rep the first sports report shirt.
How much does it cost?
$30.
It's $30.
$30.
$30.
That's not bad. Not bad.
$30 for liking Davis Mills.
I like Davis Mills. $30.
I like Davis Mills, baby. He'll be at our local Walmart signing autographs for you soon. So check him out.
But guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Again, make sure you're checking out all the Sports Report. Monday nights, you got our flagship show, the Sports Report. Tuesday nights, you got us, Sports Report Friday night. Thursday nights, After Dark. And Sunday nights, Winter Meetings. Make sure you're checking all those out. You can find us on YouTube and Twitch, Sports Report. You can catch up with us throughout the week on Facebook. When we shoot all kinds of updates, wrestling, football, everything. If you are by chance a sports fan of something like NASCAR, hockey, anything like that, we're always looking for more representatives of those sports. So please hit us up. Guys, thank y'all. Y'all have a great week, and we'll see y'all next week.
I love Davis Mills.
I love Davis Mills.
Love Davis Mills.
Fucking pop-ups. God damn it. Jesus Christ. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all next week.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.